Hi Brett, first of all I just want to say a huge thank you for sending this over. Presently away on holiday, but I did pop home yesterday. I managed to pick this up just while I was dealing with some work, and I spent last night and this morning playing with it. I've already got half a dozen little ideas with it. I don't know if anybody else who already owns this has beat me to the post, but I thought I would just film a few short clips just to share these ideas with you. If you find any merit in them, please feel free to share them with other owners of the group, you know, if you have got a group set up for this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and keep these videos as short as possible. Reason being is, as I say, I am away from home and there is a limit as to what I can upload at the moment, and they're not fleshed out by any stretch of the imagination, still untested in their infancy, but hopefully there will be some sort of merit in them. So I'm going to stop this video. I'm going to create a new one, and what I'll do is I'll sort of break them down into little steps and send them over to see what your thoughts are. So the first idea is to actually treat this as a spectator memory test. So what you would do is you would give the participant the book in the left hand, you'd have them flick through till they find the first celebrity name, and what you would do is you would ask them to focus on that name and suggest that all of the names appear on the even pages, so just to focus on those pages and allow them to flick through the names one at a time until they reach the end of the book. This is all done as you address the remaining audience, and once they're finished you actually prove that the participant has managed to remember each and every name at each and every page number from within the book. So that is the sort of premise of this first idea, and what I'll do is basically I'll explain how this works. So to begin with, what you do is you first hand the book in the left hand and you get them to pick the first name, which is Justin Bieber, and comment that Justin Bieber and all of the names fall on the even page numbers. For example, Justin Bieber's 2, get them to flip to the next page, which is page 4, which is Arnold Schwarzenegger, and get them to flick through in that fashion. You now ask them if they believe that they've memorised the entire list of celebrities and all of the page numbers associated with that particular celebrity, or those particular celebrities, and obviously they're going to state no. You further comment that through hypnosis and relaxation, it has been proven that victims of crime have been able to recall specific details about the people involved in a certain event, or being able to recall a specific, license plate numbers of cars that were involved in a high-speed chase, or something to that effect. And you suggest to the participant, if I asked you, give you a celebrity name, a random name, say, Tom Cruise, would you be able to tell me what page number Tom Cruise falls on? If you were just to guess, what would you say that was? And they say 24. You say flick through, is Tom Cruise on 24? They will actually go through and find no, it's pink, and you say that's because we haven't relaxed you. So take a nice deep breath in, and on the out breath, what I want you to do is just close your eyes. I'm going to pause it here and then I'll do a follow-up video. So the participant has went through, they've checked, and obviously the Tom Cruise isn't at the page number that I thought. So you've asked them to take a nice deep breath in, and on the out breath you ask them to close their eyes, and then you ask them just to, in their mind's eye, just to go through and relive everything that or relive everything that they've just experienced for the past few moments in the mind. Get them to imagine flicking through each of the pages, and get them to imagine in their mind's eye just stopping when they reach Tom Cruise. So you just say, give me yes when you can see to the page with Tom Cruise on clearly in your mind. So they say yes. They say, now what I want you to do is I want you to look up further into the left hand corner, and you'll see a specific page number. Obviously this is an even page number. What page number is it? And they say 56, and you say okay, great. Now what you do is you get them to open up their eyes. You say, now obviously if I had you in waking state, you weren't able to tell me what page number Tom Cruise fell at. But in a relaxed state, it was a different story. You could have named, for example, page 50. If you'd named page 50, who would have been on there? And now they'll flick through and they find page 50, Mike Tyson. And they say, or you could have named 52. So just flick to the next page. Who's on there? Eminem. but you didn't name 50 or you didn't name 52. You named what page? 54. So now what happens is you reach over and you say very clearly, just with one single finger, so you move to page 54, and who is on there? Tom Cruise. Show everybody, boom, job done. So in this fashion, the participant is somehow being able to memorize every celebrity on every page. You could also perhaps involve, you know, something else. Maybe you know, if you wanted another book which has got all of the celebrities' names on, maybe it's a SvenPad, and say we've got a pad here with all the different celebrities' names on. Can we have just somebody select one at random and just call out what that name is, and they say Tom Cruise. Okay, so tell us what page Tom Cruise is on, you know, so therefore you've got like an extra little dynamic, and you could also upsell another SvenPad there. So it seems like a celebrity from the book's been named at random, and yet the participant has somehow been able to tell the exact page number that that celebrity falls on. So that is idea number 1. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, so the second idea that I had with it pertained to the use of 2 participants. Okay, this would either require the use of a crib or indeed some memory work. Probably easier with a crib, and what you're going to do is you're going to crib the names of all of the celebrities at all of the pages. Okay, so that would be written on a notepad, or perhaps stuck to the back of the bookmark would be an easy way of doing it. And what you do is you hand the book to one participant in the left hand, have them flick through the book and just verify that on every page number there is a different celebrity written down, so they can flick through the book from front to back and verify that that is true. You see there's 130 different celebrities in there, there are 65 different celebrities in the book, which are scattered through the 130 pages. You suggest that the first participant is going to think of an even number somewhere between 1 and 65, and that the second participant is to think of a number between 65 and 130. You ask the first participant to focus on their number, and you say, okay, yeah, I think I've got the number, and I think I know the celebrity that rests at that number. And what you do is you would write Tom Cruise down, scrumple it into a ball without showing it, and drop it into a glass. And you would now suggest to the participant what was the number that you were thinking of. Please tell everybody. And now they'll name the number. As soon as they name the number, you via a memory work or the crib say, perfect, yes, we've nailed. So let's say they name, let's draw an example out, 22, they name 28. And they say, that perfect, that's Mel Gibson. Okay, yeah, that's 1 for 1 so far. So they've named the number and you've named Mel Gibson. You now turn attention to participant 2. I'm just going to pause this because the video might run too long, and I'll follow it up with a second video. So now what you do is you would draw attention to the second participant. You would ask them to focus on their page number. And they say, okay, yeah, I think I know what number you're thinking of. I also think I know what celebrity falls at that page 2. Let me just commit. And now what you do is you would write down Mel Gibson. You'd scrumple it up and you drop it into the glass, and you say, okay. So let's just recap what happened. You guys have each thought of different numbers, and I committed myself to 2 separate celebrities. Okay, what page number were you thinking of? And they say, I don't know, 98, and you say, okay, yeah, that's great, that's 2 for 2. Tom Cruise was at your number. Okay, so I think I got them both. So now you tip out the glass, and you see I committed to 2 celebrities before you actually named your page numbers. Can you just show somebody open up the sheets, and they'll open it up, and let's say they opened Tom Cruise. So yeah, Tom Cruise was the 98, that was for you, and the other one, they'll open Mel Gibson. Yep, that was yours at page 28. You now hand the first participant the book in the left hand, go through to page 28, and they will do that, and you say what name is there, can you show everybody, and that is Mel Gibson. Okay, so that's your first reveal. And now you miscall them, but I mean, this is optional again, this is still an early idea, but they've said 98. You say, now do me a favour, flick through to page 96, 94, and just take 2 off, whatever they say, page 94. and they'll flick through and they will stop on page 94. Who's on page 94? Russell Brand. Okay. Oh, hold on, Russell Brand. What page number did you say? They say 96. So now what happens is you reach over with the single finger and just very cleanly flip over the page, and 96 Tom Cruise. So as I say, just using a sort of one head is basically to encapsulate this. And I also think, you know, I mean, it's optional as to whether you'd want to call out the names of the celebrities at that point. You know, they could just actually call out the page number and you would actually know what name to write down. So if you just said, okay, focus on your page number, what is your page number? Okay, great, I've got that. Now focus on yours. And now, you know, using your crib, you just know what name to you know, celebrity to use now for the one ahead, rather than having them call out loud. So a few different options there, but I think one ahead with this and a little bit of memory work or a crib work would make for a really strong effect. So that's the second idea. Okay, so the next idea is spectator's mind reader style routine. So what you would do is you would begin by handing the participant the book in the left hand, have them flick through, focusing on each of the even pages, noting that there's a different celebrity name that is printed at the top of each of those pages. Once you've verified that fact, you suggest that you're going to try and teach them how to read a thought. So you suggest that you're focusing on a particular page number and a particular celebrity. If you want to, we can say I can select one of these myself. Okay, yeah, I know which one I'm going to go for. And now what you do is you write down Tom Cruise and you'd scroll it up and you'd place the paper down or hand it to them, whatever you want to do. Now we ask them to, if they were just to guess what page number this particular celebrity appeared at, what would they say? So the name, I don't know, 48. So you just take the book or you have them flick through to page 48. And who was on there? Pamela Anderson. To say that is wrong. The reason why it's wrong is because you're just guessing, and in order to read your mind you really need to rely on intuition. So what I want you to do is close your eyes, nice deep breath in, on your breath close your eyes. I want you to clear your mind, and what I want you to do is I want you to slowly allow the number to manifest itself, but only do that when I snap my fingers, because when I snap my fingers I'm going to focus on the page number and I'm going to try and transmit it over to you. So 3, 2, 1, and the number should now enter your mind. What number entered your mind? And they say, I don't know, 96. So now you've got the book, you flick through and you will stop on 94. So you say, if we stopped on page 94, it would have been Russell Brand. Okay, but you named what page? They say 96. Maybe pretend miscall as an extra bit of proof. So we'll flip over just one page. Tom Cruise, open up, and obviously somehow the participant has now read your mind to interpret the page number that you're thinking of. So you could also perform the same idea as an influence style routine. This is entirely optional. So you know, rather than the spectator reading your mind, you could sort of do a Jan Foster style idea about, you know, using your fingers and gestures as such to influence the participant to think of a particular page number, which would in turn obviously lead them to the celebrity. Or you could do an influence routine, and you could maybe capitalize on the fact that you're going to have to change this extra page by doing the following. So you would commit yourself to a celebrity. Say, okay, I'm going to think of a celebrity in this book, somebody everybody will know, and I'm going to try and I'm going to work with this. So we'll place the prediction down, and you see what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and influence you to pick the page that the celebrity ends up on. Okay, so what I want to do is I just want you to listen to what I'm about to say, and at the end of it I'm going to ask you just to focus on the even number. So say whatever spiel you want, whatever pseudo influence that you're going to do, and at the end you say, now lock an even number in mind. Have you done that? And you say, oh, so close, so close, so close. It nearly worked. It just shows that you've got you know, whatever you want to credit them with. Again, these are just initial thoughts, but you say, oh, so close, I nearly had you, nearly had you. Just add 2 to that number, Okay, that's where I wanted you to end up at. That's where you didn't quite go for it, but you know, if you add 2 to it, that's where I wanted you. Just out of interest, just for the sake of everybody else, what number did you stop on first, or think of first? So they say 74. So you now hand them the book and you get them to go through to page 74. So they'll go through 74. Who's on there? Keith S. Sutherland. And they say that was so close. So now the participants holding the book in their hand, they're on page 74, and they say, remember, I said that would be wrong, that you were so close, and I asked you to add 2 to that number. Yes, let's just see who's on page 76. And again, whilst the book's in their hand, you reach over and you just peel over that extra page to end up on Tom Cruise. So, you know, just to give a little bit of logic as to why you're stopping just before to then peel, you know, just another little avenue of thought.